So I offered a communist $500 if he can prove that the Soviet Union did not kill millions of their own citizens.
Whoa, that's not what you said. Let's see what you actually said.
$500 bet that all the primary sources are completely consistent with my secondary sources.
But I never disputed that your primary sources would be consistent with your secondary sources. I don't even know what your primary sources are. That's why I literally asked, what are your primary sources? You immediately got defensive about it and turned it into a bet. That's so weird, bro. I feel like you need help in presenting a primary source document to your audience, so let me demonstrate for you. Here is a completely uncontroversial primary source document which served as evidence that the Nazis committed a massive state crime. This is the minutes from the Wannsee Conference of January 20th, 1942, in which the Nazis formalized their final solution, which was their plan to exterminate all the Jews in Europe. Yes, it's in German, and yet there are English translations you can find publicly available online.
$500 bet that all the primary sources are completely consistent with my secondary sources.
But yet that wasn't the initial claim that you made. What was the initial claim you made?
What exactly external force, what imperial country caused the Soviet Union to murder millions of their own people?
And then I said, what? I challenge this guy here. If he's capable of honest debate, then he can use primary sources to substantiate his claim. Right, so the contention here, let's not forget, is that you made a claim and I asked for primary sources for you to back up that claim, and you have not done that. Notice how he keeps moving the goalposts. At first, he claimed that the Soviet Union intentionally murdered millions of its own people. Then he claims
$500 bet that all the primary sources are completely consistent with my secondary sources.
And now, finally, he claims
I offered a communist $500 if he can prove that the Soviet Union did not kill millions of their own citizens.
But I never said that. Do you see what's happening here? Do you see the deflection? The truth is very simple. He's trying to confuse his audience.
I'm actually finding out just now that not listening to communists when they tell you what to do on TikTok is an indication that you're a child.
No, the indication that you are a child incapable of honest debate is when you say things like this.
He's a moron.
Or this.
Step 1, deny genocide.
It appears that you are in free fall, full-on desperation mode. Why did you title this video The Final Chapter? And your previous video was supposedly a recap. I thought that was the final chapter. Why are you telling your audience that I'm running away when I literally had to track you down? You didn't tag me in this video, and the only reason that I found out about the video was because somebody tagged me in the comment section. Also, you're repeating the lie that I denied Soviet crimes when all I did was ask you to provide primary sources. Do you remember when you asked me to supply evidence for my claim about the crimes of the US government? Here, let's watch.
Well, maybe you should mention those leaders because I don't know who you're talking about. In fact, overall, what you said is extremely vague.
And did I call you a moron and a genocide denier because you asked me to provide evidence? No, I went through the historical record and proved my point. And that's all we're asking for you to do now.